I welcome you to the Messiah channel. We are an end-time channel. We warn the world about events that are coming. Isaiah chapter 46 verse 10 says that the Lord declares the end from the beginning. And so Amos also is saying, Amos chapter 3 verse 7, the Lord doesn't do anything except that he reveals his secrets to his servants, the prophets. In this video, I'm talking about the vision that I had on May the 3rd, 2022. It was a vision about fire at the oil refinery, and at an oil refinery in Saudi Arabia. In this vision, I saw a dark liquid. It was oil. It was on the ground, and I saw people there. And I also saw that I was carrying a container, a large container with oil inside. And all of a sudden, the oil in the container that I was carrying caught fire. And I called people to come to help me to extinguish the fire. And I saw myself in a refinery, and I saw somebody who was close to a fire extinguisher, and I saw him holding the fire extinguisher, rushing to come and quench the fire. And I woke up from this vision. So this vision is about an oil refinery, because I saw the dark, greasy liquid that is oil, and I also knew from the vision that it was in Saudi Arabia. And I also saw that the oil caught on fire, and I also saw a man rushing to a fire extinguisher. So all those are symbolic things that have meaning, and I believe that the Lord was revealing certain things to me about oil refinery in Saudi Arabia, which will be on fire. You have to remember that wouldn't be the first time that oil refinery in Saudi Arabia will be on fire. I believe in 2019, and also later than that, an oil refinery in Saudi Arabia was caught on fire. On that occasion, it was a result of a missile or a drone attack on the Saudi oil facilities. We have to remember that when oil refinery in Saudi Arabia is caught on fire, it has geopolitical and strategic implications. Number one, Saudi Arabia is the largest exporter of oil, and Saudi Arabia also has the largest oil company in the world. I believe that I was reading a video where it was stated that that company, Aramco, is the only company that has an airport inside the United States. So the company has an airport inside the United States. It's the largest oil company in the world. And you also have to remember that in 2019, when an oil refinery in Saudi Arabia, an oil facility, was attacked, it was the largest oil refinery facility in the world. And the Houthis they are connected with Yemen. They are rebels challenging Saudi Arabia, and occasionally setting Saudi oil facilities on fire. They are linked to Iran. And so when you hear about oil fire in Saudi Arabia, coming as a result of rebel attack. Indirectly, you are also talking about connections with Iran, which is an arch enemy of Saudi Arabia. One of the reasons why this vision about oil facility, refinery in Saudi Arabia caught on fire, one of the reasons why it's very prophetically important is that not long ago I had another vision. I've already made a video about it, where I saw a man running on a very narrow road, and it was the Strait of Hormuz. When I did a video on the vision on the Strait of Hormuz, I stated that it's likely an event is going to happen, and lo and behold, 2 months later, or 2-3 months later, I have another vision, this time on an oil refinery in Saudi Arabia being caught on fire. In the vision, I didn't know who caused the fire, or I knew that the oil refinery in Saudi Arabia was caught on fire. We are living in the last days. At this time, we can see changes in geopolitics, and Saudi's relationship with the United States is deteriorating. There was even a report that the Saudi leaders did not answer a telephone call which was made from Washington as a result of tension in the relationship between Saudi Arabia and the United States. We also living at a time when there's war in Ukraine, and nations have taken sides, or nations do not want to take sides. And Saudi Arabia is a major oil exporter and will be a major player in any effort to tame the seriousness of the oil crisis as a result of the war, where Russia, another oil exporter, is a major actor in that theater. So now a vision about oil refinery in Saudi Arabia being set on fire or being caught on fire, and I will link it to the vision about the Strait of Hormuz. The Strait of Hormuz is a narrow sea route where Iran has in the past attacked oil tankers passing through that strait, the Strait of Hormuz, which is responsible for 20% of oil exports in the world. 20% of the world's oil passes through the Strait of Hormuz. And so if there is a war there or a crisis there, it will affect oil and oil exports and imports, and it will directly and indirectly affect the global economy. And lo and behold, fire being set on an oil refinery in Saudi Arabia, and I'm making a video on that. I did not giving a timeline when this event will happen. All that I know is that it's a prophecy that we have to prepare for, we have to pray for. We are in the end times, and tensions are coming from different angles because we are approaching the time of the end, the time when tribulation will occur, a time that global crisis will occur over the world, a time of war about resources, war about control over nations with resources. And in this case, it is about oil that controls the global economy. And it's also a product that has ignited major wars, particularly in the Middle East and specifically around the Strait of Hormuz. If you have not accepted the Lord as your Savior, this is the time for you to do that, because we are in the end of days. Wars will come, rumors of war will happen, and nations will be caught on fire, because judgment of the world is now, and judgment of the nations is now. Thank you for this message.